Hi everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my go-to deep conditioner that I've been using for the past few months. And this deep conditioner features Ayurvedic herbs, namely Henna, Fenugreek and Amla. However, sometimes I do end up not having one or two of these herbs available in my pantry, so I still make the deep conditioner using whichever herbs I do have available. Other times I might have extra herbs like shakaikai and I might add those as well. So I'm just letting you guys know that you don't have to follow this recipe word by word. So if you do want, you can swap out the Ayurvedic herbs that I use for other Ayurvedic herbs that you might like, or you can even add additional Ayurvedic herbs on top of the ones that I already recommend, or you can change the ratios and the quantities that I recommend too. Anyway, let's get into the recipe and show you how it's done. So to make my Ayurvedic deep conditioner, I'm going to make use of a bowl as well as a sift, and of course I'm going to be making use of 3 herbs, namely henna, as you can see right here, as well as fenugreek powder. Last but not least, I'll also be using some amla powder, as you can see right here. And just as a side note, make sure that all the utensils that you are using are either made out of plastic, stainless steel, metal, or glass or ceramics. So you really want to avoid using these herbs with any other sort of material, any other normal metal, because it could react in such a way that it could cause severe adverse reaction onto your skin, such as the one shown in the picture on the screen. Anyway, back to the recipe. Usually I don't really measure, I just eyeball everything, but for the sake of this video and so that it's easier for you guys, I basically added about 2 tablespoons and a half of each herb powder. So if you have more hair than I do, you might want to take that into consideration, like maybe double it up or whatever. If you have less hair than I do, then you might want to halve it accordingly. So even though all these herbs are in their powder form, particularly with the fenugreek and with the amla, I find that they have like small particles that just get stuck in my hair and take forever to come out. So that's why I'm sifting it to make sure that I can separate those big particles. And to be honest, this is the first time that I'm actually sifting this mixture. I never actually do this. However, I just wanted to make sure that you guys don't suffer trying to remove these things out of your hair. And here I'm actually showing you guys the big pieces that would have been stuck. However, later when I actually applied the deep conditioner onto my hair, I realized that there were actually still a lot of particles that were getting stuck in my hair. And obviously these were the particles that were small enough to get through the holes of the sift. So I think the best solution is to actually strain the mixture once it's done, once it's been mixed with water, with either a cheesecloth or just with a plain old stocking. And I actually ended up adding some more fenugreek, about a tablespoon again, just because I felt like it. I don't really know why, to be honest. And again, I'm just sifting it to remove the big pieces. And then I'm just giving it a good mix. And then I'm gonna add a little less than half a cup of water, warm water, bit by bit to the herb mixture. And I'm just going to keep on adding water until I achieve my desired texture. Now this will depend on you. Some people prefer their mixture to be nice and thick, other people like a very liquidy mixture, and I just prefer like a moussey consistency, I guess. So once I'm done mixing it thoroughly, this is basically how it turns out. So I'm going to put this mixture in a plastic bag to seal it, and then I'm going to place it in a cupboard overnight, and this will allow the herbs to activate. Okay, so it's the next day, and alternatively you don't have to wait a day, you could wait a couple of hours or minutes. So now I'm just gonna add my deep conditioners of choice. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of each deep conditioner to the mixture, and this will just help add moisture and slip to your overall deep conditioner. And then I'm just gonna stir it nice and thoroughly until it turns into a homogeneous mixture. And then once you're done mixing it, your deep conditioner should look something like this. It might turn out a bit darker or a bit lighter, but don't stress too much about it. Sometimes mine come out darker or lighter too. Okay, so let me show you guys how I apply this onto my hair. I like to start off with freshly shampooed hair, and then I start off with the ends and I work my way up to the top, and I make sure that I really work the deep conditioner into my hair. And always when you're applying deep conditioners, make sure you're focusing on the ends. The ends are the weakest parts of our hair, so that's where most of the moisture, where most of our care should be focused onto. And then once I'm done with that section, I just pin it away and I move on to the next section, once again starting from the bottom and working my way up to the top, and making sure that I'm really working this product in and massaging it in so that all of my hair strands are getting some of this niceness. Just another side note, applying this deep conditioner can become quite a messy process, so make sure that you're in an area that you can easily clean. Additionally, if you add more henna than I do, or if your ratio of henna to the other ingredients is much greater than my ratio, then you might experience staining on your nails, so I would recommend that you try using gloves. And then with this mixture, I also like to make sure that I apply it on my edges, just because our edges tend to be the most fragile parts of our hair. And then once I'm done applying my deep conditioner, I like to put a plastic cap on my hair. And then if I have access to a hooded dryer, I like to sit under it for 15 to 45 minutes. If not, then I'll just leave the mixture on my head for no longer than 2 hours. Okay, so it's the next day and this is how my hair is looking like. I did already moisturize it with my leave-in and my oil, and my hair is nice and soft, and it just feels amazing. It just feels soft and strong. And yeah, I haven't applied any other product other than my leave-in, and look at the texture. Like, my hair's texture is pulling through really nicely. It's just nice and defined. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I hope it was helpful and informative, and I hope you guys try it out sometime soon and that you get amazing results. And I guess we'll see you on our next video. Bye.